Cool, cool. We're online.
Hey, 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 this is DJ Steve O. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's the end of January, and we had a great season so far for four artists, and we have a new one here tonight. Born and raised right here in San Diego, California. I give you Eric Black, everybody.
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, guys? It's Eriq, your IQ, black like the color. What's going on?
Give a good introduction. Give all your
Do my
stats.
best.
Give your stats.
So I've been doing music pretty much all of my life. I grew up around a lot of music. My father was into a lot of rock music. My mother was into R&B, a lot of R&B, and so I kind of grew up with them constantly blasting music. And I also went to church where I'd hear gospel and stuff. So I was in the choir and everything. So that's kind of where I learned to sing live, all types of genres. I was never excuse me, I was never afraid to try new things, and that included pretty much every genre under the sun.
Very cool, very
Yeah.
cool. But what is your main genre?
So that's
What are we
always-
gonna hear tonight?
I would say hip hop. I think most people put me into hip hop. Yeah, let's go with that hip hop. Yeah.
All right, numero uno hip hop artist from San Diego, California. It's Eric Black, everybody. Well, thank you so much. I was blessed to have met you. Like I meet a lot of artists over at the Connect the Dot showcases.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where Keith Reed introduces artists to the world, and
Yeah.
you've obviously bumped into him somewhere along your music career.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, he's helping to get you out. That's cool.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to know him. He's a great person. He's brought a lot to young artists like myself for years, man. So big shout out to Keith Reed. That man is a legend.
Yes,
So
he is.
yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So I know the showcases have been shut down for a little while. What's the future for the showcases?
So the future for the showcases is they will continue very soon. We're all being very cautious about Omicron and all the new variants and things like that. But they will continue. Hopefully, live music starts to come back in full force, and it looks like it's going to as the year progresses. So
Well, we were back,
yeah,
and then it, this Omicron hit. But we got to learn to live with it.
yeah,
Life
yeah.
has to go on, man. I mean, it really does. I mean, we can't shut down every time. Someone's getting sick. We just have to learn to adapt and keep from getting sick. But I mean, we don't got it as bad as places like Australia. They're on like
No, definitely not.
total lockdown. They're beating people with billy clubs and dragging them.
No, we're
out
not
of
that crazy
stores,
over
so-
here.
So thank God for that. That hasn't happened yet. But who are some of the artists that have inspired you over the years?
Um, man, a lot. So, like I said, my father grew up in rock music a lot. He would play a lot of that, and I was around that. And my mother would sing, and I'd hear a lot of R&B. So I've heard everybody from Jamie Foxx to Metallica, Nirvana, and then I started. I didn't even hear like hip hop music until I was in about middle school. And the first exposure I had is probably Lil Wayne, who was kind of the person that like made me want to rap for sure. Yeah. Until then, I wasn't. He was the first rapper to ever be like, "Whoa, like what is this? Like the wordplay here is insane."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's
So
definitely got the lyrics.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of different artists, man. A lot. Yeah, yeah.
Well, cool. So the music you're going to perform tonight, is it all original?
Yes. Every single song that you guys are gonna hear is totally original. I neglected to say earlier, so I produce, mix, master. I do everything myself for the most part. I like to have a very in the box approach. So yeah, it's gonna be all original, man.
That way you get to keep more of the money.
That too, man. That too.
All right, well, let's do a song for everybody out there. Everybody, this is Eriq Black, and what's the name of the song?
So this song's called Lessons. Let's get into it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. This is a lesson to whichever dude thinks that he could never lose. Better check who you step into or checking fool. Listen, son, you might come up the least. Lord, we need some peace. It's a dog eat dog world, belly of the. Never thought I'd see a black president. Southern farm is my residence. Dirt was where I was rested and tested. Strength and stripes collected. I confess it's been a hard one, a long one. Cold nights, hot sun, a lot of fights. I won. No father, no fun. So I joined the Navy. Yeah, the country's cool and all, but it's mostly cause they paid me. So I did my time, dashed out, went to uni, passed out, started gambling, cashed out, Slim Jimmy, maxed out. Then there was the accident. I almost lost my life and shit. I'm past the greed, I'm pastoring. I'm holy power mastering. And now a church I'm founding, man. A family man astounding, man. A family man I'm proud in. Now I'm a good man with a good plan and an even better woman. I know God's on my side, so I really ain't scared of nothing. But I heard they wanna stop me, so instead of God is shoddy, man, I'm about to catch a body. I just pray somebody stop me. In the church I'll wait. Dead of night, it's late. I let him choose his fate. Flip a coin or roll the dice. Either way, it'll end on ice. You better keep your torch close. No telling which way the wind blows, ho. You better practice your tiptoe, cause I let it breathe on a mouse hole. Man, you shouldn't have fucked with the south hole. I think high, but I stoop low, so get hit with this double barrel. Offer some dinero. It's a dog eat dog world, and the Lord forgave the pharaohs. Lesson to whichever dude thinks that he could never lose. Better check who you step into or checking fool. Listen, son, you might come up the least. Lord, we need some peace. It's a dog eat dog world, belly of the. Now I'm the meanest in the streets, drove roads so much it's creased. I always take the lead, I guess I got a need for speed in my Datsun. Policeman dodging, and if someone blow my fuse, I gotta leave a bruise, man. I gotta leave a bruise, so follow you, I'll cruise. Looming in your view. No telling what I might do, but I underestimated you because you pulled out the 9. I hit the gas like dime. Down the street I'm flying. I almost lost my life. This is a lesson to whichever dude thinks that he could never lose. Better check who you step into or checking fool. Listen, son, you might come up the least. Lord, we need some peace. It's a dog eat dog world, belly of the beast. Yeah, man. Yo, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, of course, learn something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was cool. That was
Thank you,
smooth.
man.
Great lyrics.
Thank you.
You want to talk about the if it talk about the song?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a song that I produced, and I actually I made the beat first, and I was in college, and I got this assignment to talk about my previous ancestors and relatives. So I chose to talk about my grandfather and my father. So that song is about my grandfather and my father, and even more so, the song is called Lessons because it's pretty self-explanatory in the lyrics. You can hear it's just about being a good person and knowing boundaries and knowing that anybody can be pushed to the edge, so to speak. Yeah, about being a better person. I think that's the overall lesson of the song. But it's
Very,
one of my favorite songs. So, yeah,
very good, man. Very good. Yeah, lessons are always good,
yeah,
and
man.
songs you can get them lessons out there with the songs.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of my favorite songs, man. From the beat to the words, man.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So how many songs do you think you have written?
How many songs have I written? It's got to be in the thousands by now. It's funny. I was actually looking at my folders the other day, and it is about 1,000 or so. It's
Wow.
actually more than that. I've lost at least 5 good notebooks, but it's definitely over 1,000. I couldn't tell you how many.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you need to archive them on your computer.
yeah, yeah. But it's up there. Definitely 4 digits.
Nice. That's cool. Great. So what you got coming up in the future? I know COVID slowed everybody down, but what you got coming up?
Yeah, man. COVID did. It slowed everybody down, me included. And now, coming out into the new year, it feels like a fresh start for everybody. I think 2022 has been such a great year. 2020 was a wild year, and then 2021, I felt like everybody just felt the same. But 2022 feels so much more positive, and so for me, it feels like this is like a fresh start in a way. And things are just getting rolling. So I got plenty of music coming out, like a lot. So like I said, there's gonna be some pulled from those 1,000 songs. Definitely gonna be a full year.
Cool. And what program do you use to do your?
So I use a multitude of programs. For the most part, I stick with FL Studio. That's probably my favorite program to work with. But I do use Logic and Ableton and Pro Tools sometimes too. But mainly FL Studio. Yeah, I think that's just from the trap influence and the way that I came up. I came up whenever Metro Boomin was really starting to take off, and I was such a big fan of his beats. So yeah, definitely.
Wow. And self-taught?
Absolutely, 100% self-taught. I started learning the program when I was maybe 16. I didn't take it seriously until I was 18, if that. And it was just day in, day out, every day. I wasn't going outside to play and hang out and stuff. I was every single day, like, working, man.
Most of the artists that have made it big in the rap and hip hop have that kind of the same story where they just put hours and hours in and
Yeah.
learned it themselves. They didn't go to school for it or anything like that.
Yeah, man.
And they're doing music for everybody now.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely get that a lot. For me, I'm so enveloped in the music all the time. So somebody had told me, they were like, music is some things that people do, but for me, it's like this is my life. Like I live music, so to speak. So yeah, hopefully that translates through the songs. But yeah.
I'm sure it does. All right, so what do we got next?
All right, so the next song I got is off of my Summer 21 mixtape, Stay Hydrated. It's called 90s Glitter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said, what you want, baby, what you need. You know I got it, you wanna see. I could teach you what it means to be free. I could teach you what it means, cause the way she move her hips drive me crazy. Know you like the lip gloss with the glitter, baby. And if I ain't got it, give me time and we'll see. I could teach you what it means to be free. She said, Black, I know that you'll go far. I said, why? She said, baby, you a star. Love the way she shine like the sun on the sea. How you so real? I'm a 90s baby. Look, I'm not talking about jewelry. I'm not talking about clothes. I mean, that shit nice though. But she only care to know if I could keep it real, if I could keep it sealed. I got the thing sealed, genuine my appeal. That's all she care to know. Still want cash to blow. Cash. Still want ass to show. Ayy. But the main concern to grow. And I said, what you want, baby, what you need. You know I got it, you wanna see. I could teach you what it means to be free. I could teach you what it means, cause the way she move her hips drive me crazy. Know you like the lip gloss with the glitter, baby. And if I ain't got it, give me time and we'll see. I could teach you what it means to be free. She said, Black, I know that you'll go far. I said, why? She said, baby, you a star. Love the way she shine like the sun on the sea. How you so real? I'm a 90s baby. I'm a 90s baby. I'm a 90s baby, and to keep it G is the only way to be. If you're a 90s baby, leave a comment, please. Go ahead, put 90s in the comments. She said, you the wave, E. You so wavy. I could teach you what it means. Teach you what it means, cause the way she move her hips drive me crazy. Know you like the lip gloss with the glitter, baby. And if I ain't got it, give me time and we'll see. I could teach you what it means to be free. She said, Black, I know that you'll go far. I said, why? She said, baby, you a star. Love the way she shine like the sun on the sea. How you so real? I'm a 90s baby. I'm a 90s baby. Babe. Baby. Oh yeah. It's a vibe, man. Yeah.
All right. That was smooth. That was
Thank
a real
you,
cool
man.
beat there.
Yeah.
For sure, man. You know what you're doing.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so let's check on who's hanging out there. We got a few comments going on.
Yeah.
Desmond, what's up, Desmond?
Oh man, it's Desmond, yo. I'm amazing. This guy is also amazing. You guys gotta watch out for Desmond. That is an awesome person.
Desmond, you've got an open invite. We've talked already.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta get him up here, man.
We're getting him up here. But yeah, he gave me the clap and said, "Come on, Eriq."
Yeah, man. Desmond's amazing.
And Never Wonder Band. Wow, we love what you do, my friend.
Yo, thank you so much. Thank you
Los
so
Angeles,
much.
Pretty well known band.
That's
there in
awesome.
Los Angeles.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm definitely going to check you guys out.
What's up, guys? I see you're in the studio right now doing your album. Can't wait. I know when I went up to LA and had you guys live on my show, you played some of that music and it was amazing. So I cannot wait for the album to come out. But thanks for shouting out my man here.
Yeah. I see Keith up there. Yo, thank you, Keith, man. You're amazing. You're a legend.
All right, Keith, that was hot. Keith Reed, everybody. Yeah, so, I love doing this.
Yeah.
And I actually went to Keith and talked to him. I wanted to branch out because I do mostly all live band stuff and live sound and, acoustic singers or maybe an acoustic guitar with a cajon and that sort of thing. So I said, there's so much more music there, an audience there. And, so let's reach out. So we've been doing a few artists from your guys' showcases, and you guys have been rocking it.
Man, we got a strong community there, man. There's a lot of talented people. So like my man Desmond, we got to get him up here. And there's plenty more people that I too many to list that could be up here, man.
Well, maybe we should do a night after I get a few of yous on and do like a rap off or something.
That would be really cool.
Yeah,
that would be really cool.
I'd have to go back to my bigger stage and get you guys out there, but I would really love to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
My sons, and one of my sons is started out as a rocker. He went to the Academy of Art Institute of California,
right?
Sound engineering. So he's an engineer. And then I have a 16-year-old who's in the rap. And he writes some bars, and
Hey man, that's how it starts.
Hopefully he'll be around, and maybe you can meet him. But I listen and do it a lot more than I ever did. So
right.
I'm actually enjoying it.
Yeah. It's always good to branch out.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that was cool, man.
Thank you.
I really like that. And I know the songs are going to get better and better till
your
closer, which I heard you do your closer live.
Yeah, that we're getting to that, but that song is definitely one of the songs where like people just they connect with it so well, and it's usually the highest energy song. Like people just get up and jump around just as much as I am.
If I remember correctly, all the girls were singing with you.
They were. They were. I try not to let that distract me, put in that work,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely the song that people go crazy
and what's
for.
the name of that one again?
Gravestone. Yeah.
You're going to be singing a dance that, but guess what? You got to wait.
Yeah, dude.
You got to wait. All right, well, everybody take a minute here. We got a little commercial for you. Hey, hey, everybody! Thank you. That was my underground store. If you get a chance, it's my merch page. Go check it out. We'll be posting the address again throughout the show. But there's a lot of cool stuff there. Not just the underground logo stuff, but um, all sorts of different things. And we're going to be starting to allowing artists to sell their wear on there too. Like 805 South, you guys have met Letitia, aka Eternal. We're going to start having her put up her clothing and other artists too. So go check it out. There's something for everybody, and it helps support the show. I mean, everything I do here is pretty much out of my own dime. So if you could maybe buy some merch from us and get it around town showing it off, that would help a lot. Thank you for that. And back with Eriq Black, everybody.
Yo, 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 guys, what's going on?
Yeah, so you got any merch, buddy?
So I do. The merch is coming out very soon. I want to make sure that the collection is really something that I love personally. I love art in all mediums, and merch is another one of those things. If you know me personally and been following me for a while, you know that I'm super hands on with everything that I do, and that includes the merch too. I'm not hiring somebody else; like I'm designing the merch myself. So yeah, bear with me, but it will definitely be out. Definitely towards the end of February, we're gonna have some Eriq Black stuff. So.
And your songs, can they go to your webpage and purchase downloads yet?
Absolutely. Yeah. So everything that is being performed here tonight is already available. It's already out. You can just type in my name in Google, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever, where have you. It's all there. Yeah.
And we got his social medias up on screen for you right now. EriqBlack.com, Facebook.com/Eriq Blackstar, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
Stars.
Instagram.com, Eriq Blackstar also.
Yeah. Stars and Anagram for Arts.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
cool that you snagged one name for everything.
Yeah, man, it was tough. It's definitely tough. There's still those ones where I was like, oh, I wanted,
Well,
just Eriq Black.
I'm sure. There's a lot of the name Black is pretty common.
It is.
And I'm sure Clint Black probably owns.
Yeah. Most of it.
if he hasn't
Yeah.
done some kind of a trademark on it, maybe I
Right.
don't know. But that's cool. Yeah. I missed out on that, so but my stuff's all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah. So where are some of the places people can get out and see hip hop and rap? Once again, everyone that I know and most people that gravitate to my show are into the live
Yeah.
music and the band. So I've always promoted that stuff. But where can they go to see hip hop, rap?
As far as in the city of San Diego goes, I would definitely recommend Music Box. That's probably the best venue that I've seen. I'm sure that there are others. I can't pull them out of my brain right now, but Music Box is one that I know for sure is a very solid place to go. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, they do a very everything there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've seen rock bands down there and stuff like that. Yeah, so everybody, it's like we always say, support the local music. Anytime we put some artists on here. Hopefully, if they have some upcoming shows, we'll let you know about it. And if you get out and support them, that's all they want. They just want someone to listen to their music. They know one day they'll make the big bucks, but in the beginning, they just
Right.
want people to hear their music and,
Yeah.
and understand where they're coming from, what they've been through, what life's all about. Just like last week's artist, she just wow.
Yeah.
she was
She was
amazing.
awesome. Yeah, she's definitely awesome.
Truth, she was just amazing, and what a life. And you look at her, you're like, what do you mean kids picked on you? Why
Yeah.
were they picking on you?
Yeah.
Because she was artsy. She
Yeah, definitely.
probably wore glasses, or kids can be mean.
Yeah, no, I had seen her show before, and I had the pleasure of meeting True, and I had seen her perform before, and she's super talented, and she was talking about how she had felt different from everybody, and that's definitely something that I could have related to, that I did. So yeah, she did great, man.
Yes, she did. Shout out, True.
Shout out True, man. She's awesome.
So, where in San Diego did you grow up? Go to school? hang
So,
out?
so I kind of bounced all over the city. I grew up. I had a pretty rough upbringing. I was homeless for a while. For a few years, and so I kind of bounced around from place to place. Yeah, so I know this city like the back of my hand. Yeah, like I know this place. Yeah, but it's one of the I think it's the best city in the world. One of the best cities in the world. Like I love where I come from. I love being born and raised here. So yeah, all over.
Yeah, no, it is beautiful. I mean, this morning I got up about 7 a.m. Didn't have to.
Right.
Didn't have to. I got up.
Do better than
And
me.
and I headed out to. I was gonna go to Black's Beach and
Right.
the nude beach, but it's also a surfer beach. Folks.
It is.
Very great waves. But I went out there with my drone,
Mm.
which I have a great drone webpage, Crazy to Drone on YouTube if you want to check it out. Lots of cool places in San Diego. But I went up there and then I realized there's I can't fly a drone there because there's a little airport there and stuff like that. So I didn't get to drone the great waves and all that. But I went down to Ocean Beach and I just had a blast hanging out on the wall by the pier. And I was droning all the guys out there surfing.
Yeah.
Weren't the greatest waves, but, coffee.
Yeah.
Drone.
Hey, man, you can't beat the beach.
San
You can't
Diego.
beat the beach, man.
So,
You
it is a great place. I'm from New York.
Really?
I'm from the upstate New York.
Wow.
And I actually I was in the military, so I got stationed in Port Hueneme, California, which is up there by Ventura, and for a few years. And I went over to Western Australia,
Wow.
right on the ocean, Northwest Cape, and I got out in April of whatever year it was, and I went back to New York.
Oh, man, talk about a
So-
jump.
So I've been gone for 5 years, right?
Right.
So I always say, because I was young then, and I said I was born in New York but raised in California and
Yeah.
Australia because those are my molding years or whatever. But by October, I was renting the U-Haul, loading my shit up,
Running out of there.
and I was on my way west.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I ran out of gas in L.A. I had to have
Jeez.
some friends come up with some gas money for me just to get me down to San Diego.
Yeah.
But you can't beat California.
You can't, man, because New York is getting beat by a snowstorm right now.
Yeah.
I'm cool on that.
Yeah. I mean, when you're a kid, it's all right, but when you're an adult,
Yeah,
it's like, you walk out and your nose just goes brittle on you. And
Yeah.
the nose hairs.
Nah, I definitely.
But
like
we
San
love
Diego.
it, and I still got tons of family back there. And if anyone likes Italian food, my family, my sister and her husband's family have a restaurant called Canales in Schenectady, New York. One of the best. Everyone who goes to Saratoga Harness, they all hang out there and eat there. Go there, Canales.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Very cool. Well, let's have another song.
Yeah,
What's
let's do
up
it.
next?
So the next song is called "Hated." I wrote this song during one of the darker times or harder times in my life where I was just hurt by a lot of people around me. So that's what this song is about.
All right, everybody. Here is Eriq Black and Hated.
Pain I feel from being betrayed. Pain I feel from being betrayed. Yeah, pain I feel from being betrayed. Pain I feel from being betrayed. Pain I feel from being betrayed. Praying it'll fade away. I done tried a million things and I can't make it go away. It's the same shit every day. They tell me it'll fade away. They all say they love me, but the truth is I know. Truth is I'm the most hated. Funny thing about it is I'm the most rated. Funny thing about it is they can't replace me. Funny thing about it is they love me and they hate it. Love me and the truth is I'm the most hated. Funny thing about it is I'm the most rated. Funny thing about it is they can't replace me. Funny thing about it is they love me and they hate it. Love me and they hate it. Yeah, they love me and they hate it. I can see it in their faces. I can see it in their eyes, man, they hate it. Man, I can see it in their heart, man, they hate it. It's real, I can see it in their soul and they fake it. It's still, I try to make amends, but they won't take it. It's still, I feel like I'm the only one to make it. For real, feel like I'm the only one. The truth is, I'm the most hated. Funny thing about it is, I'm the most rated. Funny thing about it is, they can't replace me. Funny thing about it is, they love me and they hate it. Love me and the truth is, I'm the most hated. Funny thing about it is, I'm the most rated. Funny thing about it is, they can't replace me. Funny thing about it is, they love me and they hate it. Love me and they hate it. Yeah, they can never fake it. Yeah, like I'm living in the Matrix. I'm the one like I'm living in the Matrix. I'm the one like I'm living in the truth is I'm the most hated. Yo, leave a comment if you ever been hurt before. I'm the most hated. I'm the most I'm the most. Truth is, I'm the most hated. Funny thing about it is, I'm the most rated. Funny thing about it is, they can't replace me. Funny thing about it is, they love me and they hate me. Love me and the truth is, I'm the most hated. Funny thing about it is, I'm the most rated. Funny thing about it is, they can't replace me. Funny thing about it is, they love me and they hate me. Love me and they hate it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys.
Woo.
You
Yeah,
know?
let's dive into those lyrics.
Yeah. So, pain I feel from being betrayed. So if you've ever been in love before or had anyone that was a close relationship, a brother or sister, you know, your mother even, betrayal is probably like one of the worst things that you can feel. Absolutely one of the worst things. So that's kind of where that had come from. And like I said, just during this time, I felt like I was so alone in that people wanted to involve themselves with me but didn't necessarily love me. So in a way, that's just hate. You know, if you're using someone, I wouldn't say that you love that person. You know, so that's kind of how I felt about that song. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think we've all somewhere along the line been
Yeah.
betrayed
Yeah.
and
Yeah. No,
hurt
definitely.
and
Yeah.
smashed
It happens, man.
and
It definitely
torn up.
happens. Yeah, you know, but you work through it, and that was kind of what the song was. It was just a way for me to get it out and say, "Hey, this really sucked," you know. And now, what happens next?
Not mentioning any names,
No names will be mentioned. No names.
but I probably betrayed a few people myself. So.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't. But I definitely, you know, I get it. People are people. You know, it's just
Well,
like.
back in the 80s, 70s, yeah, you know,
It's a different time.
we were free lovers back then. So,
It's a different time,
you
man.
know. Anyways, yeah. Well, that's so true, and that's one thing I love. I really love lyrics. So, and there's a handful of artists that I just love, and I've had on my show that I just love because they really, really work on
Yeah.
the lyrics. And I
Yeah.
think you're in that group. You really,
Thank you.
you know, your metaphors, just you really make it an interesting.
Yeah, you know, I do my best not only because I take pride in every aspect of the song, you know, so I do my best not only sonically with the beat to make sure that I'm what's the term I'm looking for, communicating that feeling, but also in the words, you know, making sure that I'm communicating exactly how it is that I feel, you know. So I take great pride in that.
Well, what's cool about that song is not only are people bopping to it, you know,
Yeah.
because it does have the great beat and everything, but their minds, like I was thinking about betrayal.
Yeah.
Know? And
Yeah.
it's kind of like a little movie went off in my head about
Yeah.
my past and stuff like that because
Yeah.
we all have that. So yeah, right on, dude.
Yeah, you know.
It hits home with probably 99.9%,
Thank you.
except for the idiots out there. No, just kidding. Yeah. Wow. So what's your songwriting process? I know a lot of people have a different one every time.
Yeah.
But
So it's kind of a mix of being a different one every time. What I will say is the way that I approach writing a song and in the greater spectrum projects is that I have kind of two main approaches, and one of those is I'm doing it very much in the moment, and sometimes you can't recreate a song that you captured in the moment. Absolutely not. So I do one in the moment, and then I have some that are more conceptual, probably that you'll hear later this year, that are much more conceptual, and I've sat with them a lot more. And it's not something where I've got instances where the song just kind of came out of me, and I was rushing to press record on the beat. You know, the beat's already going, and it was just about me capturing that energy. And then sometimes I'll sit with a song and do it over and over and over again, even if the song is already written. It just maybe the energy is not there. You know, sometimes I find myself needing to be in a certain energy and time in my life to record a song. Yeah, it's a deep process.
yeah, for sure. And do you ever do the lyrics come first?
Yeah, so sometimes they do. Sometimes I'll just be going about my day or whatever, and I'll just start rapping, and then that'll become a song, and then I figure out what beat I'm gonna put on it. But again, I make sure that the beat communicates the same energy. Definitely.
Well, I applaud you for that,
Yeah, thank you.
and I applaud you because even today you showed how much you care by coming in on on
I
time.
do. I care, man.
And we had a hell of a sound check, so I imagine we're sounding amazing out
I
there.
hope so.
We went through everything we could possibly go through over a few times just to make sure we have everything dialed in.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that because I've had artists who show up like 5 minutes before the show
Yeah.
starts,
No, man.
and it's like,
I am not one of those people, man. I don't play. Like I need to be on time no matter what. Like it matters to me, you know?
yeah, that's cool. Well, that's the same thing with a show. I mean, when you go to the show, a lot of times, I've done live music
Yeah.
and I've brought bands to live shows and stuff like that. I've ran stages, whatever. But a lot of times you try and do a sound check and people are just they're like check check check. Dude,
Yeah.
you got to sing it as loud as you're going to sing
Yeah.
during the show, and you got to verbalize so that the guy can mix your voice.
Right.
But
Yeah.
most people they just don't get that, but you do.
Nah,
and
man.
that's all part of making music.
Yeah, and like I had stated previously, I had a lot of experience both doing studio work on my own and also being involved with the church, and I used to run the sound there. So for me, I've got both the live studio aspect and then also the actual studio aspect. So I understand everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you better not mess up at the church.
Absolutely not.
Those ladies will massacre
They
you.
will. They most definitely will. I've definitely got my share of evil eyes before. Yeah, but it's a learning process, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have to admit it. Like sometimes you might raise something a little bit up because when
Yeah.
you're doing live, you're adjusting the whole time.
Yeah,
Throughout the show. I don't do that. Sometimes I do it, but I don't have to.
yeah,
But during a live, show, sometimes you got to, bring the music up or a
Yeah.
voice up or this or that. And if you got multiple vocalists,
yeah,
you raise it and they'll hear it.
yeah. It always goes good until it doesn't. Definitely.
So yeah, that's why sound checks are so important.
Yeah.
Very cool. So is I mean, is music your number one plan in life? Or?
Music is the only plan to me. Again, music is my life. I I always knew what I wanted to do at a very young age, and I'm fortunate and blessed enough to have parents. And shout out to my parents, who I love very much. I have parents who are behind me 100% on that. I know a lot of people that go after music and everything that it comes with don't have parents that support them, and I have those parents, and I never once take that for granted ever. There's plenty of things that I could do. I was a really good student at school and things like that. I'm really responsible, so I've got a lot of talents. So I could always go do something else. I've never been worried about that, but music is definitely the path. Yeah,
All right, man. Why not?
you know.
You're good enough, that's for sure.
Thank you.
And you can always do you produce for other people?
I still have trying to be more comfortable with it. It's not that I'm not. It's more so about I don't know. It's got to be right. The energy's got to be right. I can't just someone just can't come up to me and say, "Hey, I want a beat," and think that that's it. I will. Have people that I do produce with, and I'll be like, "Oh, I want to produce for this person," and then there's people that want me to produce for them, and I'm like, I just don't think that you would be a right fit. So it's all about the energy, absolutely.
Yeah. For sure, because you can sometimes you have to, because we've produced music here even, and sometimes you have to like break it down bar by bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're not prepared, or they don't get it, or they're not putting in the effort like you might put in.
Yeah, definitely not. And I've come across my share of people who haven't had the experience, and a lot of the time it just comes down to effort. A lot of people don't put in the effort or take it seriously. And like I said before, music is my life. This is like what I do and think about every day. Like I'm on go all the time.
Well, I won't mention names, but a lot of people know this person. But we produced one of his songs, and he showed up with a guitar with a broken string.
Man.
And then he didn't tell us until like right when he. Oh, by the way, my string's broken. Luckily we have 2 or 3 extras,
right?
So he ended up using one of ours. But
yeah,
like, dude, come on.
No, I got to be prepared, man, in any way that I can.
Yeah. All right. Well, so you heard that, kids. Be prepared. That's
always be
straight
prepared
from Eriq Black. Everybody.
Always be prepared for everything.
All right. So let's have another song.
Yeah, let's do it.
What we got going?
So this next song is called Sorrow, and like we talked about before with Hated, it's just kind of about moving through that phase. So Hated, this is both of these songs are off of my winter ep. I Hate It Here, but I'll Be Okay, which is kind of all about that pain and that heartbreak. So hated is kind of going through that phase of anger, and now sorrow is all about that sadness that comes with it.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
here it is, everybody. Sorrow.
All I feel is, all I feel is, all I feel is. Told me we would be okay, told me we was a-okay. All I ever asked you was, tell the truth, you disobey. All I ever asked you was, let me know if we okay. All I ever asked you was, now all I feel is sorrow, dreading of tomorrow. I wish I could borrow someone else's time so I won't feel this sorrow, dreading of tomorrow. I wish I could borrow someone else's time so I don't lose my mind or my soul, yeah. I don't wanna talk, yeah. I don't wanna feel, yeah. My hatred is real, yeah. I've been stuck on a mill, yeah. Walking dead, I've been killed, yeah. Walking dead, I've been killed, yeah. Need to write me a will. I got hatred in my heart, I got darkness in my eyes. I can't tear this shit apart, got me drowning in your lies. Why you tear this shit apart? Gotta change up my whole life. I got darkness in my eyes now. Sorrow, dreading of tomorrow. I wish I could borrow someone else's time so I don't feel this sorrow, dreading of tomorrow. I wish I could borrow someone else's time so I don't lose my mind. I got sorrow, I got sorrow on my mind. I got sorrow, I got all I feel is sorrow, dreading of tomorrow. I wish I could borrow someone else's time so I won't feel this sorrow, dreading of tomorrow. I wish I could borrow someone else's time so I don't lose my mind. My mind, 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 my.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's a very
Wow.
somber song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about it a little more.
Yeah, so like I said before, sorrow, it was just that phase of going from that anger to that sadness, that deep pain. And it was a heartbreak, man. I just didn't want to interact with anybody. I was just like going off the deep end, so to speak, just cutting everybody off and keeping to myself, like in a dark room, just like sad for a little bit, But sometimes that's just what it is, that's just life. And you pick yourself back up out of it. You find healthy habits and things that make you feel good, and you go out there and you find something that makes you happy. Never think that it's over, because it's not. There's always something else to pick you up.
Yep. It's not over.
Yeah.
Speaking of it's not over, my son actually wrote a song about that.
Really?
It's called It's Not Over, and it takes you through a day of a kid's life where they wanted to end their life.
Yeah.
And then through friendship.
Absolutely, man.
And we shot the video all over the place, but part of it was on a rooftop in downtown San Diego, and it's called It's Not Over. And throughout the song, in the beginning, they're singing "It's over, it's over," and the girl that was in the video is just saying "It's over, it's over." And
Yeah.
at the end, the friend catches her before she ends her life.
Yeah.
And she had her foot up, ready to jump off the roof, and then she came back off the
Yeah.
roof. So, and we talked about this last week with True, but lyrics can be,
That
touch
therapy.
people's souls in therapy and
Yeah.
help people.
Yeah, and that's what it was for me. I'd been to that low point before, and I had gone through similar things, like super, super, just like dark place, especially when I was younger, dealing with everything that I was. But again, like I said, it's never over, and you'd be surprised at what could be right around the corner for you, right when you think, this is done.
Yeah.
Man, you never know.
Yeah, for sure. And life's a blessing. So
Yeah,
but the mind is a very dangerous place.
absolutely. Yeah, you should not spend too much time alone
Yeah,
with yourself.
your mind is Um, I go through spats of just thinking of dumb stuff I did in my
Yeah.
past, and it's
Right.
like, damn,
Yeah,
and
no,
it could be out of the blue, and people are looking at what's the matter?
no, I got a couple of those myself already, man. But I also got happy moments too. Like
Yeah.
people, they joke about me because sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, you're like, is he crazy or something?" Because I'll think of a happy moment and I'll start laughing like by myself. People
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, but that's good.
Yeah.
You gotta have more of those,
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that was an amazing song.
Thank
and,
you.
Once again, the lyrics are great, and it gets your mind. I can picture back when I was young, listening to music. We would listen to whole albums.
Yeah.
I would spend a lot of time in my room with we had purple lights and those filtered
Yeah.
posters, and even though it was rock and roll, they still sang about
Mm.
things like that too.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and to that point, I love albums and projects too. I feel like that's like a dying thing now. I feel like as years progress, people just don't listen to albums all the way through, and I happen to be one of those people that like loves albums. I enjoy an album the way you would enjoy a movie.
Exactly.
Like I like to like turn off all the lights and I just want to hear it and let my mind go. Definitely.
Yeah, because a lot of artists, not all artists, but the true artists, their albums actually tell a story from start to finish.
Yeah.
And a lot of times one song leads into another song,
Mm.
and that's how their albums are made. Where corporate, they're more,
Hit based.
hit based. Yeah. But the old days, anyways, the albums were a lot of times were a story, so you'd have to sit through the whole album to get to the through the story. But
Yeah.
I miss those days too.
Man, hopefully I can bring it back.
There you go, man. Bring it back.
Yeah, I
Eriq
will.
Black.
I will bring it back, man.
I just did a little little spit for you guys.
Right.
All right. Well, let's jump into another song.
Yeah.
I mean, we're having some fun here tonight.
Yeah, we
'Cause you
certainly
got a
are.
few songs. We got a few more to go. So,
Yeah.
what we got next, buddy?
So the next song, continuing off of the I Hate It Here, is called Cliff, and now we're at the stage of both being on the edge, but also a stage of transition. This is the point where it's like a now or never sort of thing. It's that deciding moment. So that's what the song is about. Yeah.
Wow. Hold on to your shoes, everybody. This is Eriq Black and his song Cliff.
Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah. They ain't heard from me. No, not a word from me. No, not a peep from me. No, not a tweet from me. I got a fan for me. I got a 10 to me. Been like 10 for me. Shit been 10s for me. I got adversity. It been me versus me. They ain't got word from me. They gotta pray for me. They gotta wait for me. I needed a wait for me. I needed a pace for me. Deep in my eyes they see. I'm on a cliff. I'm on the edge. I got demons in my head. I came back down. I ain't scared. I run laps round my bed. Little devil on my side, yeah, she keep me fired up. Rocking out till my time up. I can't waste my time. I'm on a cliff. I'm on the edge. I'm on the cliff. I'm on the edge. Yeah, I be in the clouds. I'm quiet and loud. I be on the sound. I been on the sound wave. I'm on the E way, feeling free way. Out for big takes. Love you, be safe. Look to the sky. Yeah, do what he say. Yeah, do what he say. Make it count today. So they ain't heard from me. No, not a word from me. No, not a peep from me. And that's a word from me. I'm on a cliff. I'm on the edge. I got demons in my head. I came back down. I ain't scared. I run laps round my bed. Little devil on my side, yeah, she keep me fired up. Rocking out till my time up. I can't waste my time. I'm on a cliff. I'm on the edge. I'm on the cliff. I'm on the edge. Yeah, it what it is. 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 Yeah, fuck about this. Yeah, fuck about that. Yeah, talk about what? I don't want to talk about that. I'm on the cliff. I'm on the edge. I got demons in my head. I can't back down. I ain't scared. I run laps from my bed. Little devil on my side, yeah. She keep me fired up. Racking out till my time up. I can't waste my time. I'm on the cliff. I'm on the edge. I'm on the cliff. I'm on the edge. I'm on the cliff. I'm on the edge. I got demons in my head. I can't back down. I ain't scared. I run laps round my bed. I'm on the cliff. I'm on the edge. I got demons inside of my head. I can't back down. I ain't scared. I run laps round my bed. Little devil on my side, yeah. She keep me fired up. Rocking out till my time up. I can't waste my time. I'm on the cliff. I'm on the edge. I'm on the cliff. I'm on the edge. I'm on the cliff. Thank you. Yeah. Ugh. Love that one.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude. You win.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. That wasn't planned, you know, but it was a perfect segue into the song. You know, that's what the song is about. It's about being like on the edge, you know. Like,
Yeah. I mean, do you ever get tear up a little bit on that one?
Yeah. Sorrow and that one especially. Again, Hated, I was just like angry. Sorrow, I definitely cried. I actually cried during the recording of that song.
Yeah.
That's probably crazy for me to admit on camera, but I did. I totally cried
cool.
during that recording session. And Cliff, it was just as hard. In a way, I was both in the present moment, on the cliff, so to speak, but also very self-aware because I had been there before. You know what I mean? And so I was able to recover a lot more. And you know, I just think that everything happens for a reason. So you know, the past things that I went through prepared me for the things that would happen more recently. And so yeah, that cliff was just about being mentally on the cliff, not knowing, you know, am I gonna jump or not? You know, so yeah, that was definitely one of the stronger songs.
That would make a good soundtrack to a movie, like a movie or something with it.
You
one
think?
of those intense scenes.
Yeah, it would actually. Yeah,
would. No,
and
so
I don't even think about that.
Well, I do.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
yeah,
And I really do think so, man.
Mm.
I think if there was a movie out there that, you know, was the subject matter like that.
yeah. No, definitely.
I think that would really, really work well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's what the song is about, man. But you know, but like I said, never think that it's over. Never.
Well, when you're doing that in a concert, you're going to make even some men cry in the audience.
Definitely, man. I think that
I'm a big baby, so
you know, you know, real men cry. Real men cry. You know, you heard it here first on the Underground Show. Eriq Black said it.
Well, I mean, I cry at commercials.
I don't cry that easily. But yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely don't ever play about mental health, and that goes for anybody. You know, if you need to reach out to someone, you need to talk to someone. Always do that, because everybody has a purpose in life. I think everybody has a purpose. I strongly believe that. So you know, don't ever think that you just got to be done and that's it. You know, and you heard it from me. You know, from personal experience, not even on artist things.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody.
Absolutely.
Wow. Deep.
Yeah, I get deep, you know. So, I'm really lighthearted a lot of the time, and I'm usually like goofing off with people. Like if you know me, I just like goof off, but at the same time, I keep it lighthearted a bit. I've been to those deep places a lot, so you know, it's all real life.
All right. Well, have you written like happy songs or?
Yeah, I've got. I didn't mean to bring the show down. That's why I started with 90s glitters up there.
No, you're not a Debbie Downer. Don't worry.
Good. I hope not.
No, it's great music. I mean, you know, anything that can touch a person, and you know, you actually can feel things
Mhm.
happening when you're singing. So I
Yeah.
mean, you're doing your job, man.
No, definitely. And to that point, as far as being deep goes, one of the things and the reasons that I'm in music in the first place is to be deep. We have, I think, more than enough. You could always have more music, but I think we have more than enough of lighthearted things and things where we're just like having fun. But one thing I always want, and you can run this tape back in like 10 years, check it. I'll still be the same. Is it matters. I want people to learn something from my music, and not all the time. Of course not. I play around just as much as I want to teach somebody something, but for the most part, I want it to matter. I want people to be what's the term I'm looking for, motivated, to be better, to learn something, to develop as a person, more than just a happy song. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't all be Bruno Mars, and like
Right. I love that man.
yeah,
He's
he
great.
is great, man. Um, but like hip hop, or say let's take rap for instance, doesn't always have to be like about the streets and
Yeah.
and that stuff. I mean,
Mm.
I like that you get into personal
Yeah.
things too.
Mm.
Even though um, a lot of people who rap have been really exposed to some
Absolutely.
pretty crazy shit there in the streets. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but like this shirt here, everybody, 805 South, that's Eternal. Letitia, she's a gospel rapper, man, and she
Yeah.
is amazing. Has the greatest voice and the
Right.
greatest songwriter. And if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't know that she was singing about God and the
Yeah.
Lord and all that. You would just think she was a hip hop artist
Right.
and that. But she brings it home, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
Absolutely.
so yeah, so you guys notice every week I've been wearing one of my artist shirts that I have on the show or I work with, and if anyone out there has a shirt, send it to me. I mean, I'll pay for it. Show me your merch page, and I'll wear it on the show.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm gonna have to hook you up with something.
There you go. Wow. Okay, so let's uh, let's get into the next. Well, no, you know what we need to do? We didn't. Let's look at some more messages. See
Yeah. Let's see what the people are saying.
who Oh, Fernando, all the way from Italy, my friend. This guy's a music producer in Italy. He says, "Hi, Steve."
Hmm.
Fernando, talk about this guy, not me. Fernando, this is a great show, and this is a great artist.
Hi, Fernando.
Thank you for tuning in. Eriq is amazing. Eriq, meet Fernando.
Hi.
Fernando, meet Eriq. Fernando, his music is available to play on your radio station over there in
Yeah.
Italy, and your shows over there. Please get in contact. And Keith's telling me to turn my mic up. How long ago was that?
Right.
My problem is I walk away from my mic when I tell my artist not to. So there. Hopefully that's better. Sorry, I should have noticed earlier. All right. So he keeps telling me to keep turning up my mic. All right.
Yeah.
So we turn up the mic. So Hannah, which song did you have the most trouble writing?
Hey, Anna. Which song did I have the most trouble writing? That is a tough one. Let me think. I'm gonna say, like, I can tell you which one was the easiest. That came. I wouldn't even say easy. It just came naturally, and that was Gravestone, which is the last song that we're gonna get into. The hardest song was probably, I would say, Sorrow. If you want to consider that writing, the actual lyrics were not difficult to write, but getting it out, well, like I said, was probably the most difficult thing. Yeah, that's the best answer I think I could give. I can't think of a song off the top of my head that was extremely difficult for me to write. Just sometimes songs that are just a little more difficult to execute because it just resonates and it connects so well.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. So we also got a message from Tommy.
Oh, Tommy.
She said, "Love your music, Eriq."
Yes, Tommy. Yo,
How-
you gotta watch out for her too.
How you doing, Tommy? Oh, we've been watching her.
Yeah.
I've been catching some of her little performances she's doing,
Yeah.
and leaving little messages, and she's on the radar.
Yeah, I just seen it the other day, so watch out for Tommy coming up. She's got an amazing, amazing voice.
We want her to come on the show soon too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got here. And Janae Jackson.
Mm.
She just did some smiley faces.
Oh yeah, good. It's always good to make people smile.
I guess that's what the kids do nowadays. Keith, is my mic better now? Check, check, 1, 2, 3. I'll quit looking away from my mic. Sorry about that, folks. I do that every show, actually. And Rita Denis is watching. Hi, Rita. Send us a message.
Yeah, hey, what's going on, Rita?
And then Desmond shouted out, "You're amazing."
Yo, Desmond is just as amazing. That's the guy.
And then we have clearly Renee is watching.
Hey, that's my mother.
Your mother?
Hi, Mom. Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hi,
How
Mom.
we doing out there?
I love you. I love you so much. Yeah, I would not be here without my parents, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, parents are good. You've been through some troubled times, and some of them was, I mean, not to get too into it, but a lot of it was on your doing, or
Yeah. I'm sorry, I totally missed the question. There's a comment up here
Oh,
that just caught my eye. But what were you asking?
Oh, I'm saying, like, you went through a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Was some of it, I mean, just bad luck, or
Um,
did you take some wrong turns in life and you found your way back?
kind of a mix of both. I was never like a troublemaker or somebody that just like sought out trouble and wanted to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I had a tough upbringing, and then at the same time, I did ended up making a wrong decision or two. I think everybody has, but I definitely had. So I had some own deeper personal problems that kind of only made my external problems worse, and I think that that's one of the biggest lessons that I learned, is to work on whatever it is internally, and you can execute the external a lot better and a lot easier. Yeah.
So true. So clearly Renee doing great.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It says, oh, is that Pablo? Does that say? Always good to see you grow. What's your dream venue to play and why? Oh man.
Madison Square Garden, of course.
Madison Square Garden, but even more so, the first thing that comes to my mind is probably the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I would definitely love to do the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
NBA halftime championships, those things. I like those type of events, but besides that, definitely Madison Square Garden. You beat me to it. Definitely. I mean, who doesn't want to go there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then is it Hannah or Hannah?
Hannah, yeah.
Hannah. Hi, Hannah. Thank you so much for joining in. All these new
Right.
faces, I really appreciate it. She said, what made you want to become a musician?
Wow. I don't think I ever actually have been asked this directly. So I've never had to put it in words. But what made me want to be a musician was, so from a very young age, when I was like maybe 9 years old, I saw quickly. I was just coming up when social media and things were just starting to like really take off. But when I was younger, I had seen how a lot of people are impacted by musicians, artists, and even more so, they're impacted more by their favorite artist than their favorite politician. If you went up to someone and asked them who their favorite politician is, at least half of the people don't have an answer. But if you ask them who their favorite artist is and why, they can go on forever. So for me, it was about being able to affect people in a positive way, and being able to change somebody or a million people's lives or a billion people's lives, however many it is. So that's what made me want to be a musician. And of course, I love the music as it is, but as a greater purpose, that's what it was.
Well, there's really not jokes about artists, but there's a ton of jokes about politicians.
Right.
So,
That's another thing right there.
Yeah, so, of course. But, yeah. Well, thank you, everybody out there, for shouting this man out. And
Thank
we
you,
will
guys.
definitely read some more. But the show is just flying by, so we better get another song in.
Yeah.
So we're up to the closer, are we?
Yeah, we're at the last song.
All right, so is everybody there's a phrase called chair dancing if you're sitting down and you don't want to get up, but get up and dance. You're going to be able to sing the song after the first verse.
Yeah.
And Tommy, I've heard you sing the song, You're out
Yeah.
there. Get
Yeah.
whoever's with you singing, and yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, man. That's
It's
rock.
called Gravestone, everybody.
Sometimes I think, why do I try? Yeah. Sometimes I think, why do I try? Yeah. Sometimes I think, why do I try? Sometimes I think, why do I try? Cross my heart and hope to die. Ain't shit matter in my life. We're all dying anyway. Wanna let me know how you feel inside. Promise you when I'm dead or alive, I'll always be listening. So write it on my gravestone. On my gravestone. On my gravestone. On my gravestone. Write it on my gravestone. Write it on my gravestone. Yeah, pour the pain with a cup and a pen. I was all perky, a couple of them, drowning in my own sin. We're all dying anyway. Wanna let me know how you feel inside. Promise you when I'm dead or alive, I'll always be listening. So write it on my. If you needed me, if you wanted me, if you hated me, if you love me, write it on my gravestone. On my gravestone. On my gravestone, on my gravestone, write it on my gravestone, write it on my gravestone. If you needed me, if you wanted me, if you hated me, if you loved me, write it on my gravestone, write it on my gravestone. Stone, stone. Sometimes I think, what do I try? Sometimes I think, what do I try? Yeah, sometimes I think, what do I try? Yeah, cross my heart and hope to die. Write it on my gravestone, on my gravestone, on my gravestone, on my gravestone. Write it on my gravestone, write it on my gravestone. If you needed me, if you wanted me, if you hated me, if you loved me, write it on my gravestone, write it on my gravestone. Stone, stone, stone. Sometimes I think, what do I try? Sometimes I think, what do I try? Cross my heart and hope to die. Yeah, man. Write it on my gravestone forever and ever. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Gravestone.
Yeah. That's the song.
I was bopping. I was bopping. That was good, man.
Thank you, man.
I've heard you do that live at this showcase.
Yeah. That's now this become the song that, like, that's a fun thing about releasing music for me, is like I never know what song it's gonna be, because that was one of the songs that song is off of Stay Hydrated. That is my Summer 21 mixtape, and it's the last song. And I did not plan to do that song at all. So what happened was I actually made beats. And this is a time where I was like maybe trying to sell beats just to see. I didn't really want to sell beats. And I have a habit of jumping on my beats after I make them. That's just the way I am. So this is a beat that I was going to sell. And I remember sitting with a friend of mine, and I just played the beat and I was just freestyling, and I ended up freestyling the song. And I was like, oh, I gotta record this, and they were telling me, you gotta do this. so that's what happened, man. It just, again, that's just one of those songs that's like in the moment,
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so what's gonna be written on your gravestone?
Man, hopefully words of love. I can't think of people who would have ill will against me. If they do, I don't know what to tell you. I do my best to be kind to everybody, but probably a lot of love. And hopefully that's no time soon.
I hear you.
But yeah, a lot of love. That's really all that I would want.
Yeah, a lot of love. Shout out to some people that help you along the way. Or
again, shout out to Keith Reed. That man is a legend. He's given me so many opportunities like this one, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more where that came from. And he's helped me just to develop on a performance side so much, and to be more engaging with people, and to, just overall just motivating me like in life. And I'm talking on just not even music, like personal stuff. He's mentored me a lot on. So I thank God for Keith Reed. Shout out to my parents for being amazing.
Mom and
Again,
dad.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have supportive parents. Shout out to Showcase and everybody that I've met. Like, all of you are so amazing and talented. There's so many people I could be excited about.
Connect the
Again,
dots.
yeah, man, connect the dots. Shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to all my friends and all the people that have tuned in. Shout out Hana, shout out Pablo, man. Shout out all the people that have been following me since like the way, way, way beginning. Like we're still just barely getting started, like it just barely it's what it feels like. And I know that the next few years are about to be extremely eventful all the time. So there's so many people that I could shout out, but definitely, shout out to my brother Jay Walker. He's another singer, another artist too, and he's been right there with me. I don't really work with a lot of people, and I'm super closed off about it. Really, I'm really a loner, which is probably why another motivation for me to learn all the skill set myself. But shout out to Jay. That is my brother. He's an amazing singer, amazing artist. So yeah, shout out to him. Let's see, got anybody else? Yeah, I could go on, but yeah,
Could go on days and days.
yeah. But thank you so much for every single person that tuned in, really, and thank you for having me on the show,
Oh,
man.
you're welcome,
I appreciate it so much.
I mean, the first time I heard that song, I told Keith, "Hey, will this guy come on my show or what?"
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I you never know what it'll be. Again, that's like the song that people just like come up to me when I walk in the door. They're like, "Are you gonna do Gravestone? Like, you gotta perform that song."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you shout out other artists out there who might want to be interested in coming to one of the showcases?
Absolutely. So shout out to Nebby. I had the pleasure of just meeting her. She's really cool. Shout out to Chanel Is That You. Not so much a artist, a performing artist, but a great producer. And who I've been following for a minute, and I respect. Shout out Retro Hills. By the way, shout out Retro Hills. Retro Hills is a super solid dude. Since I started following him, he's super talented. One day we're gonna have to link up at a showcase or something, man, because he's got it. Let's see who else. Shout out again to Jay. Shout out to Desmond. Shout out Savannah. Savannah's so talented, bro. She's such a pleasure to watch. she's super fun. Shout out to Remy. We need to get him up there. We need to get him on the stage. Shout out Tommy. Shout out Coco. Shout out to Tia, the Blue Rose. She's amazing. I believe in that girl so much, man. She's got a lot of potential. Let me see who else. Shout out Mr. Green. I love the way he tells stories.
Mr. Green.
Yeah, Mr. Green is really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool guy, man. Like the way he just like tells a story, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Let me see who else. I'm trying to think. Shout out to DJ Jam. Thank you so much. Just so we got it, like, thank you to DJ Jam. DJ Jam was the first person to ever like spin a record of mine ever on the radio. And it was just like the craziest life experience for me because growing up, I wanted to be on the radio as a kid. Like that was like, I remember being on the school bus in middle school, and I was like, I used to hear hip hop on the radio for the first time, and I was like 14. I'd hear it and I'd be like, I could do that. Like, I don't know where I got that confidence, but I was just like, yeah, I could do that. No problem. And lo and behold, I just made that song Pinky Ring. And I had just posted a snippet on my Instagram, and I just sent it to him just on a whim. And he was like, send it to me. I'm going to play it with no like prior warning. And I was like, oh man. So definitely shout out DJ Jam.
Well, you saw the message. Fernando got back with you and he said, I'm at your disposal or something.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, we gotta link up, man.
Send them your tracks. But yeah, so wow. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. What a great show we had again tonight.
Yeah.
Underground Show's rocking. How do you like the place?
Man, the place is awesome. Like I said, when I came in here, you got like an awesome setup here. Like I feel comfortable. Like I'm good, man.
All
so
right,
thank
all
you
right,
again
good.
for having me.
Well, recommend your friends. And
Yeah.
I used to spin on the American Veterans Radio, and that was a lot of fun. And I was able to give a lot of artists their first spins too, so
Yeah.
I know what you're saying,
Yeah.
and probably how that guy felt. people really do appreciate that. So
Yeah, man.
I should look for another station to do spinning some music again, because
Yeah.
my shows were all indie music. I didn't spin
Mhm.
any mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
So, anyways, everybody, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Eriq. Thank you, man.
Yo, thank you for having me. Thank you for everybody for tuning in
What an
so
amazing show.
much.
Yeah, and everybody who tuned in the messages. And sorry my mic was a little low earlier, but I get excited and I forget what I'm doing, just paying attention to the music, because I get some of the most amazing artists to perform live right here in front of me and
Yeah,
stuff. And
man.
Eriq will send you in a couple of weeks after we promote the heck out of this show and
Yeah.
get people to watch it over the next few weeks. I'll send you some great clips,
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah.
put it on your social medias, and it's all HD and
Oh man, I appreciate
sounding
that.
good. You could put out a live album probably
Yeah.
with this.
Right? That would be
With
really
this,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but everybody, thank you. Always looking for new artists to come
Mm.
on the show. I'm not getting away from live music. I know the last couple of weeks I've been doing, the solo artists, track singers, but I just thought that that would help open up doors and
Mm.
for other kids, and
Yeah.
also bring in new fans
Yeah.
to the show. So spread the rumors. The rumors. Spread the news. There are some rumors going on. And share the video, guys. Everybody
Mm.
share the video
Yeah,
right
share,
here, right
share,
now,
share.
so more people can watch it, so they can get to know Eriq, and go to his social medias, go to his webpage,
Yeah.
and check it out, and buy some of his downloads, because you're gonna want to hear him in the car, man.
Yeah, especially in
Rooftop
the car.
down, window down, and cruising, because
Yeah.
Gravestone
Banging.
banging,
Bangs, man.
banging. But
Yeah.
thank you very much. I don't have any other announcements, and we're working on new artists and other artists. So as they come along, you'll hear about it, and we'll be back next Saturday night. So
Yeah. Yeah. Again, thank you, man, for having me. I appreciate it.
you got it,
And thank
man.
you guys for tuning in, man.
Yeah, we love y'all.
Let's do
Thank
it.
you so much.
Later.